I married the love of my life, Martha Carter White, in 1983. It was 6 months from first date to going down the aisle. We raised Emily, Caroline, and Charlie. It just sort of snuck up on us. I was noticing things that just didn't seem right. I never even dreamed it would be dementia or Alzheimer's. We had a major event, a psychotic event, and I was just so fortunate to have people at Riverside that I could call on a Sunday afternoon that helped me figure out what to do. They just provided additional help and resources that I was so grateful for. And I just want to be able to provide those resources to our larger community.
So the gift that Royden gave to Riverside Health System is not just creating a place for a current need, but to help us be ready for future. His gift has been a springboard.
Royden's gift is the largest individual contribution we've received to date at the Riverside Foundation. That's the power of this gift, is that it combines powerful resources to something that's already doing amazing things for our community, adding strength to strength.
Neurosciences at Riverside is a really unbelievable service line. It not just rivals, it meets and in some ways exceeds the things that you would see at large academic medical centers. The type of care you get here, it's world-class care.
And thus came the idea of the campaign. I think it is incumbent upon all of us to leave this world a better place than what we found it. And if we're not here for this, then what are we here for? Join me in supporting the campaign.
Riverside is proud to officially launch For Those We Love, the Campaign for Neurosciences. This campaign will raise crucial funds to elevate and accelerate the remarkable neuroscience care at Riverside. The Martha W. Goodson Center is at the heart of memory care services at Riverside, with Alzheimer's disease expected to grow by 65% by 2030. Now is the time to ensure our care teams will have all they need to meet this growing demand.
Last year, in 2023, we supported 450 dyads. That's over 1,000 individuals with navigational care consultation. We also supported over 4,000 people through our educational programming. Although we've done a great job expanding, there's a lot more that we need to do. I passionately ask people to consider supporting the Martha W. Goodson Center. For those families that look like me, and those families that live in communities that are marginalized and underserved.
When a family member or a loved one or a friend has dementia, then the old saying that you have dementia too is probably true, because the caregivers need to know how to deal with this. And we're going to provide that aid. We're going to make life more pleasant for those that are afflicted, as well as those who are the caregivers.
In the coming years, 20% more patients will be diagnosed with ALS, 42% more with multiple sclerosis, 57% with Huntington's disease, 82% more with Parkinson's disease. All patients and their families who will rely on Riverside for care.
In regards to multiple sclerosis, we have approximately 1,500 patients in our clinic here. It's not just slowing down the progression of the disease, but also to help with the fatigue, to help with the pain that occurs with it. The advances that are being made in the area of rehabilitation are amazing. We now offer MRI-guided focused ultrasound treatment. Deep brain stimulation has been around for a long time. We're highly capable in both of these arenas for Parkinson's disease or other forms of tremor.
Early in Riverside's history, physician leadership determined that cutting-edge technology would be critical to treat diseases of the brain and spine. First hospital east of the Mississippi River to invest in a CT scanner, one of the few in the country to perform gamma knife radiosurgery, Riverside has upheld this belief.
You know, you can't have a level 2 trauma center without neurosurgery.
We've expanded the kind of spine surgeries that we can do, from simple little one-level laminectomies and discectomies to complicated spinal reconstructions for spine traumas, spine deformities. We've continued to bring more and more technology and providers that know how to execute and use that technology for a patient.
Riverside maintains the highest possible level of stroke care a patient can receive, the continuum of care only found at a comprehensive stroke center.
So I think everyone associated with Riverside is thrilled that we're able to recognize Frank's hard work and legacy and all the thousands of patients he's helped over the years by naming the stroke center after him. It's a tremendous legacy and very much deserved.
He was interested in learning how to treat strokes, aneurysm, and other treatments through the blood vessels. And he came back and started to do that at Riverside.
And so one of the great things that Frank did was give hope to people with very serious diseases, improve their outcomes dramatically, and helping thousands and thousands of patients over the years.
Riverside Health Systems is currently a comprehensive stroke center. We were the third in the state and the first that was not a university center.
So the number of stroke patients that we're seeing has tripled over the course of the last several years.
And as great as the stroke care is, the rehabilitation from a stroke is long, and it is a journey. And the support that the foundation gives to all the great work that our clinicians do every day is absolutely invaluable. We could not do what we do without that support from the foundation.
In 2022, a staggering 33% of adults nationwide reported symptoms of anxiety and depression. The spotlight on the need for mental health care and enhanced substance abuse disorder treatment has never been brighter, a role Riverside was honored to fill.
On November 1st, Riverside opened the Commonwealth's first psychiatric emergency department. So there we treat ages 5 and up. And on the inpatient side, we treated over 4,000 individuals last year, which is a huge step up from what our organization was able to treat for psychiatric patients in just several years prior. While Riverside Mental Health and Recovery Center has grown significantly over the past several years, I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
We're actually around 70, 72 patients in the hospital a day. If we went back a couple of years, we were probably at around 50, 55, maybe 60.
There was a recent study that Virginia is 48 out of 51 states in terms of youth mental health services. Just the other day, I watched this beautiful intervention. We had a mother who brought their 6-year-old in looking for services. The mother was devastated because the 6-year-old was suicidal. So these are our life-changing moments where our therapists are really able to help, to intervene.
We really hope that our community can give back, that other people can give back, because that need for psychiatric treatment, for mental health treatment is great.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 12, my brother was 13. He smoked pot for the first time. He never stopped. 41 years later, I buried him. We tried to help him and encourage him, but there was no place on those few times during that 41-year battle when he said, I want to get clean, I'm gonna get clean. There was nowhere to take him. There was nowhere to go. And now there is. And that's why I'm behind this project.
If you've walked beside someone with a disease or a condition such as Parkinson's or MS, if you've walked beside or behind someone with any form of dementia, if you've walked beside or with someone who has mental health challenges, diseases of the spine, and you look around and you notice the math of the aging population, we can't merely be good at this, we have to be great.
And so when it comes to healthcare, we all need to do our part to ensure each and one of us live a healthy life, both physically and mentally. We're all seeing in today's environment time and time again the effects of our communities when both of those have failed. That is why I try to be involved as much as possible I can. But that requires us to provide our time and our resources.
When people think of neurosciences, they think of Riverside.
But an effort like the foundation is looking at today is really not about market share. It's about improving the care that we are already providing, but that philanthropy can support.
We can all recognize the need for good health care in our community, and we recognize we have to help support it. So now is the time.
I'm very grateful for the opportunities I've had to be able to serve so many people in so many different ways. So part of that gratitude for me is to be back.
Riverside stepped out on faith, believing that we in the business community and the local residents would step up and help to make this happen. This is crucial, this is now, and we've got to step up to the plate and get across the funding finish line.
So I believe that now is the time for our community to come together to give, because there's no greater health system than Riverside Health System. We have a mission statement that no one else can stand up to care for others as we care for those we love.
This campaign, this work that we're doing can now go to the next level. You know, they don't have to leave. They can stay here and get world-class care. And what better thing than that?